Adidas has actually jumped over the jump man.
My Adidas.
It happened. It used to be Nike at number 1 in U.S. Gross sales, and then it was the Jumpman, also owned by Nike, and then it was Adidas. Well, Adidas has jumped from 6% of the market to 11% of the market, now putting themselves in second place. I think a lot of people misunderstand this. I think a lot of people think, oh, the Yeezys, because Kanye West came out with this, and that's why they jumped over the Jumpman. But really, what happened is Adidas did something really smart. They focused on their classic shoes, like the ones you are wearing now, the Superstars, and the Stan Smiths. If you notice, everyone had a pair of Stan Smiths this year. And they came out with this thing called Boost technology. Have you worn the Boosts? So comfy. The most comfortable shoe out there. They are like slippers. The NMD model, the Ultra Boost model. And they use sort of a Nike strategy of making them hype beastie, but also mass putting them out there in the world. This was really, really smart from Adidas, and I love what they are doing. However, while they now have 11%, Nike makes up 37 to 38, 39% of the US market. Could we ever get to a place where Adidas actually challenges Nike in the US market?
Probably not. I think at this point, the stranglehold that Nike has as a global brand, in particular, with all ages, races and creeds, nationalities, personalities, and performance, is why they were able to garner such a big lead on the competitors. But I like where you went with Adidas, because I do remember a time growing up in the 80s where Adidas was the number 1 shoe. And again, it goes back to what? Hip hop and how it was used to sell products through Run DMC. I remember being in the stands when Run said, if you had no shoestrings in them, throw your hands in the air. And I remember seeing 50, 60, 70,000 people at multiple shows doing that. And before you know it, that now became a shoe that was signature with the top 10s, the forms, the snake skins, as you mentioned, the classics. So for them to go back to those, it was a slam dunk, and it's a good look at this point.
And we all know about the Jordan brand shoes. There's the Jordan line, the actual Michael Jordans, and then there's the Team Jordans. The Team Jordans aren't exactly the coolest shoes out there on the streets. They're fine, but not the coolest shoes out there. And it got me thinking, as Jordan loses this grip on the marketplace, do you think as the memories of his playing days get older and older and the audience gets younger and younger, do you think that Jordans will continue to be less popular as people sort of forget about his on-court performance?
I don't think it's necessarily about his on-court performance. I think it's about what you just described. Having that signature shoe. Nike's had multiple, umpteenth
KDs,
signature
the Kyries,
shoes.
the LeBrons, of course.
This is why you go out and sign Russell Westbrook to a 10-year deal and hope a player like that, who's an MVP, can now help catapult what you're trying to get accomplished.
Of course. It'll be interesting to see, because you know what sneakers I love, Jalen?
Free
ones. Send me a pair. Size 12.
Shout out to Adidas and my guy Jim Gatto, sponsors of the Jalen Rose Leadership Academy.
Someone wants some more free sneakers by shouting people out individually. I'm surprised you didn't put your address out there.